hit rock bottom. Not the kind you climb out of with a quick, "it'll be fine." No, this was the kind where silence echoes louder than noise. Picture a 27-year-old man sitting in a dark apartment, bills unopened on the counter, half-eaten takeout on the floor, his phone buzzing with calls he doesn't answer anymore. He whispered one line to himself that night: "I've lost everything." But what he didn't know was that sometimes rock bottom is the only place solid enough to build again. And that night, he was closer to finding gold than he ever imagined. His name was Marcus. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't careless. He just got caught in a storm, a layoff, a breakup, a medical bill that wiped out his savings. Each wave knocked him lower. He tried to keep up the image, the Instagram smiles, the "I'm fine" texts, but inside, he was sinking. And here's the part that hits home, maybe for you too. It wasn't just the money. It wasn't just the breakup. It was the shame. Shame whispers, "You're not just failing at life. You are the failure." That lie is heavier than any debt. So Marcus stopped answering friends, stopped picking up calls, stopped even setting an alarm. Because when you believe you are the failure, why get up? One night he sat on the bathroom floor, tile cold against his back, hands gripping his hair. The kind of night you don't take selfies of. The kind of night no motivational quote on Instagram fixes. And for the first time, Marcus said the words out loud: "I don't know if I can do this anymore." That was rock bottom. But listen, rock bottom has a strange gift. When you can't fall any lower, you finally see what's solid. And for Marcus, it was one thing: a sticky note his grandmother had left on his fridge. Faded ink. For words. "God's not done yet." He stared at it for an hour, and something inside him whispered back, "Then neither am I." That didn't solve everything. The bills were still there. The loneliness was still there. But the next morning, Marcus made one tiny choice. He laced up his shoes and walked. No gym, no marathon, just one lap around the block. His lungs burned. His mind screamed, "What's the point?" But his feet whispered, "Forward." Day 2, he walked again. Day 3, he walked further. Day 10, he started jogging. And with every step, a thought grew louder. If I can move my body forward, maybe I can move my life forward too. That was the first piece of gold. Not money, not success, but hope. Hope so small it barely glowed, but enough to light the next step. Marcus started digging, slow, clumsy, but determined. He called a friend back. He applied for one job, got rejected, applied again, rejected again, applied again. Each no hurt, but each no was proof he hadn't quit. And then 3 months later, he got a yes. Part-time job at a local gym. Not glamorous, not 6 figures, but it was a place filled with movement, discipline, sweat, the same things that were rebuilding him. He trained kids, he spotted lifters, he swept floors, and every night, walking home, he whispered the same line: "Rock bottom gave me gold." Because the gold wasn't money, it wasn't status, it was discipline, resilience, the quiet kind of confidence that only comes when you've lost, and kept going anyway. Years later, Marcus tells people the truth. He says, "Don't fear rock bottom. Fear staying comfortable in the middle, where nothing breaks you, but nothing builds you either. Rock bottom? It's like a storm that tears down your house, but clears the land so you can finally build something stronger. The middle? It's like lukewarm water, safe, not painful, but it slowly drains your fire. At the bottom, the weight crushes you, yet in that crushing, you discover muscles you never knew you had. In the middle, nothing breaks, but nothing grows. It's a silent cage made of comfort. So better the scar of falling and rising than the quiet rust of never moving. Because sometimes, the only way to find what's real is to lose what's fake. Sometimes, the only way to uncover your gold is to hit the ground hard enough to dig. And maybe tonight, that's you. Bills stacked, dreams delayed, hope faint. If it is, remember Marcus. Remember the sticky note. Remember the whisper, "God's not done yet." So breathe, take one step, because what feels like the end might just be the mine where your gold is buried. So friend, let me ask you, if you had to choose one word to carry you forward tonight, just one, what would it be? Drop that word quietly in the comments. And if Marcus's story reminded you that even at the bottom, gold waits to be found, hit like, subscribe for more stories every day, and share this with someone who needs to know. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's where the digging begins.